everyone, it's Mandy and I'm back today to share a new process video with you. I'm going to be working on a traveller's notebook layout today, and I'm using the new Jaimee collection from Felicity Jane Studio. And I have to say, I love this kit so much. The colours in it are just so pretty. As you can see, there's pinks and greens and a little touch of yellow. I think it's very spring inspired and just very fresh. And of course, the florals, as always in the Felicity Jane kits, are just beautiful, and I was immediately drawn to that floral patterned paper, and I knew that I would have to use it on my first project, and I'll probably use it on all my projects this month because it's just so pretty. So this is the March kit from Felicity Jane. I will leave a link down below for you if you'd like to go and check it out. Just to let you know, that is an affiliate link, and you can purchase this kit as a whole, so you get everything, but if there's just a few bits and pieces that grab your eye and you don't necessarily want to purchase the whole kit, most of the items in the collection are available to purchase separately as well. So that's another option if you just want to grab a few bits and pieces. Okay, so as you can see, I did decide on using that floral patterned paper to cover the left-hand side of my spread. And I'm going to add my photo to that side as well. And the photo that I'm documenting today is of my youngest daughter, Eleanor. It was actually taken on Christmas Day, but I didn't really want to create a Christmas themed layout with it. There was nothing in it that was specific to Christmas. It was just a really cute photo of her, and I thought that the pretty colours in the Jaimee collection would just complement that photo nicely. And I just love her smile in this photo. It's funny, I never know what I'm going to get when I ask her to smile for the camera. Sometimes I get the cheesiest grin. Other times she's completely not interested in smiling. But on this particular day, she was happy to smile sweetly for the camera. And so, of course, I was so happy to get this photo and to get it scrapbooked. And I decided to print it in black and white just to help it to really stand out on the page. Okay, so I'm going to work on adding some layers behind my photo now, and I decided on using that green gingham card from the kit, and I'm also going to use one of the solid colour papers from the kit as well. And by adding these paper layers behind the photo, it just helps to add a little bit more interest to that page. I knew that I wasn't going to add too much to that left-hand side of the spread because it was already quite busy with that floral patterned paper. And so by adding those layers behind the photo, it adds that little bit more interest to the page without adding to the busyness of it. And it also helps to separate the photo from that background, just to help it to stand out a little bit more. And so I used one of the cute little mini wide paper clips from Felicity Jane to secure those layers together. So now I'm happy with how that left-hand page is looking, so I'm going to start working on the right-hand side of the spread. And I decided for this page that what I would do is use some of the die-cut frames and labels from the kit, and I'm just going to sort of scatter them down the page. And as I was choosing which die cuts to use, I was keeping in mind that I wanted to have various sizes, different colours, different patterns, just to create lots of visual interest on this page as well. And as I stick them down, I'm going to make sure that they're not lined up because I didn't want them all lined up down the page. I wanted them sort of to look scattered down the page. And you can see what I decided to do with that die cut frame is I layered one of the journal cards behind it that has a phrase on it. And so if you don't do pocket page scrapbooking, which I don't be afraid of using those journal cards on your scrapbook layouts, on your cards, traveller's notebook spreads. There's always ways that you can incorporate them into your projects if you don't do that pocket page scrapbooking. So on this layout, I've used one on that right-hand side of the spread behind the frame, and I've also used one to layer behind my photo. And that's one way that I often like to use those cards in my traveller's notebooks because they're usually the perfect size to layer behind my photo. Okay, so I'm happy with how this is looking now, and so I'm going to go ahead and start sticking everything down. You probably noticed that if you've been watching my videos for a while, that this is how I work. I like to lay everything out, get everything how I want it, make sure I'm happy with the placement of everything, and then I go ahead and start sticking down. And that's just how I like to work. It's probably the perfectionist in me. I like being able to move things around until I'm perfectly happy with everything. Okay, so I've got everything stuck down now, and I'm just going to go ahead and add those final finishing touches to the page. I did tuck a little die cut flower underneath that paper clip on the top left-hand corner of the photo. And now I'm just going to add a puffy sticker to that top right-hand cluster. And these are so beautiful. They're really soft and smooth. I really love them. They do add a little bit of bulk, I guess, to your Traveler's Notebook pages because they are a little bit thick, but I don't mind that because I do like a little bit of dimension on my pages. So the last thing I'm going to do is just add my journaling to the page. So I've typed that up on my typewriter and I cut it up into strips, and I'm just going to adhere those strips using some narrow double-sided tape. And that will finish the page off. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would love you to do that as well. And make sure you go and check out this kit in the Felicity Jane shop via the link below. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.